as promised, I'm going to do a fresh food video about basically fruits and vegetables that you should feed your guinea pig every day, and this is what I feed my guinea pigs. So I know that it works, and they love it, and hopefully it's good for their health. They seem happy enough. They're just having a little run around at the minute. Yeah, as you can see, I've put the fleece out just because it makes it a bit more nice and colourful. If I do have any accidents, it's on that and not on my carpet. Where are you going? You're running around. Okay, so I've also got a massive list to tell you about, so I'm sorry if this is a long video. I have got rather a lot to cover in it. For starters, you've got to feed your guinea pig vegetables every single day. Not every other day, not just at weekends, but every day. And it doesn't come to that much money wise if you're going to worry about that. Though they do need, say, like a fairly large handful each, is what I feed mine anyway. One of the reasons why they need vegetables every day is because they can't produce their own vitamin C. They're like us in that respect. Sorry, you don't want to be looking at the vegetables, you can have a look at guinea pigs. Yeah, they don't make their own vitamin C, so they've got to have that from fresh food. The pellets will have some in, well, I hope they will anyway, if you're buying the right sort. So make sure it says on your bag that it's got vitamin C in it, because that will help with their daily amount that they need. I don't know how much it is, so maybe I'll look that up and post it on here. But it's easily manageable with a fair amount of vegetables, and if you know which ones are highest in vitamin C, then add some of them in and they should be fine. Okay, so I'll start off. I'm gonna talk about what I feed my guinea pigs, and I've got a selection of it here, as you can see. And then what I've also heard from other people that I know is okay, or I've only given my guinea pigs it occasionally and they didn't really seem too keen on it, but that it's definitely okay to feed them. Okay, so oh yeah, before I start, this is something the box with some carrot and broccoli in it, but I put this in the kitchen and I've got a little note up saying any spare vegetables like carrot peelings, broccoli stalks, people don't usually eat them, put them in this box and my guinea pigs will eat them for you. So that's what people do. It's a good idea if you live in a house with other people that, you know, maybe you don't see them as much, or, well, I don't know, whatever. It's good to just have that little note up to remind them. And that will also save on some money, because I actually find mine prefer eating the carrot like this, because if it's just in chunks they kind of munch at it for a while but then give up, whereas like strips of it like this they'll just gobble it up. So anyway, start with my list. The first thing is broccoli, and I feed my guinea pigs, say, 2 slices of this stalk, or you can give them just a small bit of the head, but I tend not to feed it that often. I can't remember why at the minute, but you don't give broccoli too often, it's just an occasional thing. And I'll tell you the vegetables that I give them every day. Cabbage is perfectly fine, including the wrinkly sort, although mine don't really like that. The sweetheart cabbage and spring greens is really good, because it's a dark green leafy vegetable, so it's high in vitamins and stuff. Carrots, I feed mine carrots every day. I know some people don't. Some people feed just as a treat, but I give them a couple of slices each every day, just in the bowl. So I'm going to try to speed up a bit. So carrots, definitely good. Celery, I also usually give mine celery every day. It's another basic vegetable I feed them, and they go through it quite fast really. and especially if you don't really eat celery yourself, they don't mind having it every day. Cucumber is another thing. I feed them every day. They love it, well mine do anyway. It's not that good nutrient wise, you probably read some, it's 99% water or whatever, but it will have some stuff in it, so therefore it's still good for them. Green beans is something I've started recently feeding them. What are you doing down there? Doing that dominance thing again. Anyway, green beans. This is the ones I buy. Co-op trimmed fine beans. Cost £1.50. Ouch. But anyway, I give them, say, small handful, maybe 8 at most. If I've got them, and I think they're fine to have every day as well, but I don't. I only feed them every day if I have bought a pack randomly, say. I don't make sure I keep buying pack after pack of them like I do with celery, cucumber, cabbage, not cabbage, carrot, and also peppers. Is it next on the list? Yeah. That's something that I know is very good for them. Red peppers in particular are very high in vitamin C, so I suggest you feed peppers every day. They love them. Well, my old guinea pigs didn't like them as much, but I think that might be because I didn't start feeding them until they were already all grown up. And these two absolutely love all colours. They just gobble up, and they love it. They also really like leafy things. So this kind of thing. You're squeaking. You're getting all squeaky. You can hear the bag rustling. So yeah, and this has kind of got a selection of lettuces and stuff in. Rocket is fine. I'm sure all this stuff is fine, and they eat it. But it is quite expensive. £1.50 for this bag. So we only really buy bags like this if I'm planning on having a salad or something myself. Because £1.50 is quite a lot to spend for, it's just kind of a small bag really of that kind of pre-prepared leaf stuff. Parsley, I haven't got any here, but that's another thing that they absolutely love. But try, along with spinach, parsley and spinach, try not to feed too much because they've got high amounts of calcium and they've got high amounts of oxalic acid, which once it's in their bodies it binds to the calcium and stops it being absorbed, so they can develop kidney and bladder stones. So with things like parsley and spinach, occasionally feed. I've got some here because they go absolutely mental for it, so I am going to give them a bit, and I'm also going to have some myself. If you've ever cooked spinach, like, this seems a big bag, but trust me, it goes down to hardly anything. What else? We've got cauliflower leaves, they're another thing. Things that I might just keep this to a vegetable one and do a fruit one separately, because it's going on a bit too long. Things that I've read about, I haven't tried on my guinea pigs: artichokes, beetroot, celeriac, I'm sorry, it's just similar to celery, peas, swede, although I've heard guinea pigs don't really like that, turnip, same as swede, sweet corn. I've read people regularly feed their guinea pig sweet corn. If you do, you know, just tell me if they like it or not. I'm sure they do if you feed it regularly, but yeah, maybe I'll try that one out. Tomato, I've tried them on tomato, they're just not having any of it. It's way too juicy for them and they get dribble everywhere, so they're not that keen on it. And kale is another one. I don't really know the difference between kale and cabbage, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is make them up a salad. Probably as a treat. I'm going to do most things here, including the apple and the grape, which I'll include in a fruit video, so you can see them munching that. Hello piggies, are you hungry babies? Yes. Oh hello. You want your salad? Come on then. Are you following me? Right, giving them masses of vegetables as a treat, and of course they go straight for the spinach. Pixie. They really love spinach. And this is kind of how much I feed them of each amount. Obviously I might not feed them all of this at once. That's the spinach there. A few grapes, carrot, red pepper, a bit of apple which I haven't covered but I will. Celery. See, they really like the leaves and the celery. Underneath is just some of the lettuce stuff. Beans, about 6 beans cut in half. Some slices of cucumber. And what's that? Oh, that's broccoli. Broccoli, just a few pieces really. Don't feed them much broccoli and they're not too keen on it. So yes, but they love the celery. Not the celery, the spinach. I'm gonna show it. Oh, so tall. You're coming back for more. It looks so cute when they do that.